Oh, welcome. Now I know this is not what we used to do, but today we're gonna start by doing some drafting. Let's get into the quick draft. I guess none of these are too exciting cards, but I think Foolish Fate might be the best one here. Road is just okay. Obviously you want it later in the game. Helping Hand also just okay. End of the Hunt might be better than both of them. But yeah, I think Foolish Fate is definitely better than everything else. Okay, yep. Everything is alright. I forgot the avatar, so we are here. Let's take the poet here. And here Abigail or Redner Speechless. Redner Speechless is probably a better card, but I think... yeah, we take Abigail just because it's a decent flyer. Can take the Trope or Tapland. I guess the Scribe is not bad, but it's a little expensive, so... we want the Mascot here because it's the cheapest card. Or otherwise we would take the Page, I think. We're not too happy about it, but yeah, take the cheap creature. And in the best is decent. Guess we want to splash something. Stargaze is actually very playable. Helping Hand. Yeah, it's not great. But maybe we get a great card later. A great creature with mana value 3 or less. We take the Archaic, but maybe we don't play it. Same with Zombify. This ad nauseam. I think the Interceptor is the best card here. But the Laureate is also decent. Well, actually, the Stallion is the best card, but we would need to pivot into Prismari, which we might be able to do, but then everything else becomes useless. Yeah, do we want to do that? Now let's skip Silver Quill. Another Interceptor. Yeah, I think it's better than the Poet. If we had pivoted, I think we take the mockery. Magic ending. Is that one is okay? We can remove something with mana value up to 3, usually 2, I guess. So yeah. We don't have many ways to gain life, so this is not playable. The raid is okay. I think the docent might be the card here. Yeah. Eternal Student. Okay, let's check out our removal here. Yeah, we don't have too much removal, so maybe we take Social Snob. Okay, the Flourish might be necessary here. And his response is great. I think the Skirmish might be better here, but we have enough creatures. Or maybe, yeah, let's take the Page. Maybe let's pass this one as removal for a small creature. Oh, the Page is decent, but response is better. Best. And I think that's gonna be pretty much our deck. So 17 creature. We need to get rid of some. Let's start with Neoscribe, I think. No, the 4 drops are easier to take out, I think. So Maybe the stone doesn't. And since we have the best, I think we can play like this. If we want primary research, helping hand, guess that's it. Maybe if we play these two guys and this. Okay, let's try it like this. Why I'm not seeing chat here? Okay, they counter our spell. We need to do something that are not lands. Okay, let's see if they attack with the whale. We can probably kill it with a Japanese response. Attack, see if it dies, and we still get the flyers out of this. Ooh. Okay, our opponent has 2 flyers also, but theirs are bigger. And that's not it, so GG's. Okay. If we throw a white source, we might be in a good position. But at least we have some playables. I think they might regenerate here and attack so they can buff their Dairy of Dreams. Yep. We have another poet, let's play it. Now, our Foolish Fate makes our opponent lose a total of 5 life, which honestly is not really bad at all. Okay, they kill one of our poets, and they kill the other one? They might. Okay, they do. Really annoying, to be honest. So they had all removal spells. It wouldn't have mattered if we had. Yep, and they are going to start drawing cards with their Dairy. Send in the pest. And I think we will kill Kiro when if it gets prepared. Let's kill it anyways. Yep, I think that's unfortunate, so let's concede here. Do we want to make some changes? Maybe. See if Locust Spray can do some work. Right. Not the best hand, but I think the fact that we can bring our stuff back would be useful. We need to trigger reparty at some point though. Okay, Prismatic Charm. I think we want to wait, so maybe we primary research and then we help in hand to draw another card later. Sí se pueden conseguir las cartas en free to play, pero pues se tarda más. Okay. So it seems we got it. I don't know what happened. Maybe opponent kept a bad hand. Yeah, that's likely what happened. So. That's a mulligan. Right, this is the reason to keep the Witherbloom land. So let's see if we get another black source, I think. So they might have, okay, yeah, they needed blue mana here. I don't know if they didn't get it or what. Well, they definitely didn't get land number 3, and we had pressure on them. Still might be an early concede, but we don't know their hand, so. Yeah, I think Locust Spray actually works with these cards in particular. But we might need to wait a little so we can curve better. Red and white, Owling History. We are going to pass here, and again respond the historian. Grow and drain. The upgrade. Yes, we render speechless here. See what they are running. Excavator. Yeah, was a little misplay, but we had needed to attack first, then do the thing we did. But still. Okay, Pursue the Past is gonna give our opponent some life to play around with. Okay, it was not enough, and I guess they didn't have the right spells in their hand. So this is one of the weird... I mean, they do happen somewhat often, but you lose 2 right away, and then you get lucky, I guess. So we made it to 3, which is pretty much parity, at least in rank, not necessarily in gems, but we care a little more about the rank than the gems. Okay. Yeah, let's keep this one. Drawing a land was unfortunate, so we are forced to rejoin there. Another land. Okay, your opponent is gonna be gaining some life with their Lumaret. I think we need to render speechless. Oh, shared roots. I don't think it's that great, but it seems they have multiple colors. Oh. Vicious rivalry, knockout maneuver. Counter. Yeah, the apprentice is also annoying. I think we take the apprentice. If they want to knockout maneuver, we can primary research, get it back. So it's a fair trade. Actually, they cannot knock out because, yeah. But it would go to 3. We had 3 toughness, but no, it's just 3 power. Which is definitely better. Okay, they 2 for 1 themselves. Which we love to see. Primary research, get the interceptor back, draw a card. Okay, we're doing okay, but drawing a bunch of lands is not what we want to see. Also, they can Vicious Rivalry, pay 1, and our interceptors are going to die. As we drew Foolish Bait, might as well kill the Lumarite. Ooh, Stargaze. Yeah, Stargaze we might play for 3, maybe 4. Essence needs color. So we have 8 mana. I guess let's do it for 3 then. We look at 6 cards, lose 3 life. Get 3 cards. That was actually decent. Here. Back with the Vader. Kill the Scholar, that's gonna draw them cards. Deal 4 to our opponent. This is your end step. Okay, so we have protection, but I think we also kind of want the student to die, so we can exile it, get a card, and 2 flyers. So let's do that. Play Abigail, the Poet. A counter on a flyer. Draw a card. Yeah, I think we beat our opponent here. 2, 5. Good game, says opponent. Okay. Mulligan that for the land. Okay, we might. Yeah, let's play the boat. I was thinking we hold up Pioneer's response, but playing Abigail and then the Interceptor might be better. Ooh. Paradox Surveyor. And opponent is splashing red, probably. And also a little mini combo. Oh, okay. Is you can Interceptor, region there, and a Janet response immediately. But I don't think we need to do that just yet. Neoscribe. Aberrant Mana Wand. Okay. No attacks here. I mean, no blocks. They might have, what's it called? Royal treatment. Let's check it out. Yep. They still get their creature huge. Maybe we block 2 of the 10. And poet number 3, which means we gain 3 life. Destroy their big creature. So Yeah, we're kind of in trouble, so this might be our last game with this deck. Another Paradox Surveyor, throw them a land. Yep. And yeah, the Necroscribe really sitting in our hand, kind of dead. Okay, I think here we block. Don't use first. Yeah, if they remove this guy, then I think it's going to be over for us. I mean, it kind of already is if with their tester they can move a counter here. So they attack for a bunch. Guess it depends on what we draw. Yeah, we block like that because if we draw, yeah, if we had drawn something better, we could double block. But here, all they need is just one single spell. At least a spell that costs 2. Okay. Yeah. Let's block here and jump block. And yeah, GG's. I mean, they could have also buffed one of the other creatures. We still lose to the increment trigger. So, GG's. Okay, 4 and 3. Not bad. But definitely not great. Just good. Okay. So this stream is probably the first of many. Now after this quick draft, I think we can go for another one, but before that, there's a brief announcement, which is that there's going to be probably a lot more of stream stuff going on. So this channel is mainly about Brawl, so I think in the future, starting since today, June, we should be having still about your average of one Brawl video Monday to through Friday, sorry. And then maybe I was planning on adding a couple of, maybe at least one, but maybe 2 additional videos a week, with the first one being around cardboard, paper, real life magic. Probably I have a couple of, I got a couple of boxes, I think some Avatar, some Final Fantasy. Obviously we're gonna open that for a video or 2. and then some EDH commander deck lists. So where I show obviously the paper commands that I have, something like that, their game plans, and maybe some additions, changes I could make, and either I don't because of the bracket system or because the cards are too expensive, obviously. So those are going to be the plan, and I was thinking of obviously getting some streams, getting more streams on the channel, so either stuff like today when we're going to be playing many different formats, both limited and Brawl in arena, but also other games, yeah, that are not Magic. So, but I don't want to make too many assertions. I don't want to bite more than I can chew, so I'm not committing yet to the full schedule on that. But ideally, there's going to be a Magic stream in the morning, like today, like this, and maybe then on Twitch, I think we could do something else, like play the other games and maybe react to some other stuff that YouTube copyright doesn't allow us. So maybe give a follow to the Twitch channel. It's the same as this one, DG Hermit. But yeah, definitely expect more content, more streams. Again, probably at the very least 3 to 4 times a week. I'm not sure about the days, but definitely Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the other 1 or 2 other days. We might revisit that. But yeah, that's the announcements I wanted to make. Kind of what's going to happen to the channel. And obviously we have reached 500 subscribers, which is kind of why I got the booster boxes to celebrate a little. So thank you for everyone that's subscribing. If you haven't, maybe consider doing it. And if not, just watching and commenting is good enough to help the channel. So thank you for that. And let's get back to more drafting, I guess. We're gonna do another draft, another quick draft. And then let's maybe play some Brawl, I think. Okay, let's think about this one. I guess the Apprentice is the best card here. Primary Research is also decent. Great Hall. Actually, Great Hall allows us to stay open, so maybe let's take that. Picking lands is not always exciting, but yeah, this one leaves us with options. Withering Curse. Actually, if you're not gaining life all the time, maybe this is not as good. I think the Honormancer is a card worth picking here. When it enters, it draws you a card, so yeah, a Pigale, a Flyer, Triple Calamity is great. Otherwise, I think we take the Ink Mage. And yeah, Excite Inventory, Interjection are just okay. Cost of Brilliance for a little card draw. I like it. Yeah, Charm is great. Feed the Swarm, removal, we do lose life, but hopefully we can get it back in other ways. Again, the Apprentice might be better in Witherbloom, so here it's either Debater or Glyph Mage. Let's take the debater since it comes with a flyer. No, the glyph mage, I mean. Pull from the grave. I don't think it's a great card. Which one is better out of these ones? Helping Hand doesn't require you to get the mana. You only pay one for potentially Abigail, but this might be more flexible in what we can get. Let's take the cheaper card. Take the referee. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. Another Abigail, but I think the removal might be better. Okay, land is good. But we take a creature here. Is this quite decent? Maybe. Here it's removal, I think. Yeah, we've been passing a couple of ink mages. They are definitely decent. How much removal we have? Yeah, not enough. That's this one. Primary research. Here I think we don't have that many small creatures for the legend, so we take the cheaper creature out of the two we had available. The Toucher. This doesn't matter. Okay. So we didn't see the mage come back. Group Project is a decent card, but again, removal is better. Also, if we were on the 5-color plan, this would be an insane pack 3. Pick one. Yeah, I like the poet more than the student, so oh, Emeritus of Truth. Yep, that's a good card. I think we should take the Ink Mage here. At this point. Okay, that's a nice last grasp. Elite Interceptor or Scorn Mage. Interceptor, I think. Yeah, this is. We're not gonna play that. Another Charm is great. Okay. 15 and 12. So these are going to give us creatures. This is removal. Removal. Okay, obviously the mage is going to come. The Ether can go probably. +1, I'm flying. And I think we either run it like that, 41 card special, or we got a land. Let's run it like that. Well, creatures though, a little low. Maybe we play this one and remove Helping Hand or Research. Yeah, let's try it like that. Okay, the frog. Yeah, these are nice cards. Maybe we fit on 2, but more likely on 3. And these are the sleeves from the Mastery Pass. They're not bad at all. Okay, let's play the Interceptor and attack. Sky Coach. Do they get blue mana, white mana, or just they are only 2 colors? Only 2 colors. So I think we will try to rejoinder. If they play a creature here, then they will crew their Sky Coach, we feed the Swarm. Never mind the attack of their own volition. Yes, let's render Speechless, buffing the Eater. Yeah, they can kill it, but we still get to see their hand. I guess let's play the Honormancer. Might as well. Yep, we take the charm, it can deal with the best forever. So this is going to kill the Sky Coach, this the Lumaret, and this the Pest. Okay, maybe this is killing the Pest mascot then. Here they are going to gain some life, but I think we can hold the fort for a while. Eat the poet. Another removal, which we will use for the poet, I think. Yeah, we're okay with these cards. Strike on the ink mesh and GG's. Hmm. No blocks. Ooh. And I think, yep, both of us are having mana issues. Nice jump practice. Could have been worse. The opponent has their own rock. And needs to blink it. Yeah, we don't have our first mana, our first white mana, but we already have a double white mana card here. Okay, at least that's a start. And since we are going to gain some life, we can take a hit or two We might even interceptor. Okay, maybe not. No, actually, let's play the page. And with their intent, they can give flying to their mascot, heroes for 6. But it's that, I guess that might be the best they can do. Let's have a bite. Put a counter here, gain a life. Then this is gonna get first strike. I mean flying and +1. I think we do it like this, and we have the charm as a backup. I think we exile their rock here. Let's have the page wander off, interceptor, and attack. Okay, they trade. I think we will beat them. Stand up to kill the page. All right. So here we can drain for 2, double strike, so they're gonna have to jump block. And this Emeritus is gonna make us so a 1/1, so it's not that good in this board. That might be annoying. So I think we go like this. Tap that. Oh, actually I think we win in that case. Yeah. Last gasp. Kill that. GG's. Yep, this hand is decent. Would be better if the page was a land, but we can work with this one, I think. I think they might have Essence Scatter. Okay, they didn't. Potioner's Throw. So 5 colors it seems. Brush off. Okay, removal for the point. I think we take their paradox here. They might stock up and gain life. Yeah. Let's do this first. Yeah, if they draw one of their converge cards, we are in trouble. Seems like they have one. In omens. Oh, yep. That is terrible for us. And we would need to be careful with return the favor. Ooh, they draw 2 cards. And removal for our page. Yeah, I think that Arcane Omens was probably our death sentence. Notice of ideation. Yeah, I might as well concede here. GG's. So I guess that's 2-1 for now. Right, another platinum gamer. We don't want to mulligan too much in limited, so keeping to removals and a late creature is decent, especially since we can play it all if we curve. If we play our cards right, our lands, that is. Okay, we have a 3-drop. So yeah, not bad. Tester of the tangential. Keep the charm because it has more modes, so it can be more versatile. And we obviously remove their tester for mana efficiency. Yep. Console mockery from opponent. We are not having drawing lands here. from opponent. Okay, let's exile their sonar. Okay, let's display the research. Get the eater back, put a counter here. Attack for 4. More lands. 8 total lands. Okay, second sonar. Yeah. These lands are going to be the end of us. And what do they get with their wild idea? Close state. Okay, GG's. Yep. They pretty much got us here. Actually, let's check our deck one last time. Okay, we are at 41 cards. Okay. Let's see how 16 lands does. Also, maybe we play you instead of you, since we are cutting the land. Each player sacrifices a creature. Yeah, that's not something we want. So we want to play the creature or remove their dork. What do they do with 4 mana? Nothing, it seems. I guess we pass. So they're not. Yep. They remove our creature in response. Here we play the Cliff Mage in case we draw a land for the Honormancer. Render speechless since they are keeping so many cards in their hand. They removed the Honormancer. Ooh, double removal. Yep. Must be nice. Witherbloom Charm. Or a 7/6. I guess they're going to sacrifice the apprentice. Send in the best. Yeah, let's untap you. And we have a land to discard here. So they gain that life for nothing, sacrifice their best. Ooh, sloth. Yep, we are going to double block. They get 2 pests and another tragedy feaster. They grapple with death. Yeah, that does sting a bit. Counters on the interceptor to block the apprentice. Okay, Tenure Concocter. Yep, unfortunately we paid to the word cost. As long as you gain life this turn. Alright. And they kill our creature. GG's. Yeah, we could make it lose power, but it's still enough to kill us. And I guess we went, what, 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, so 6 and 6, pretty much not much ranking. So yeah, that happens sometimes. And I think we're gonna cut the drafting here, and we're going to go into some brawling. The packs, not much. Let's check out the store. Today we have some Aftermath. Alright, some Nisa plus Chandra because of pride. Open the way, holding hands. All right. Welcome brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we're going to be playing Cloud X Soldier. For 2 a red, a white and a green, we get a 4/4 legendary human soldier mercenary haste. When Cloud enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it, and whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then, if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. So this is going to be an equipment deck, and although we want to get the 7 power here and there, it's not something we will do easily. Instead, we are going to focus on having multiple creatures, maybe a couple of them, so we can attack and draw a couple of cards. Also, since we are playing Voltron, we should play some of the best equipment for Cloud to get equipped whenever he enters. So some of them are going to give them evasion, and some of them are going to give them protection, or even some other nice effects. So the ones that are giving +3 are going to be Andrill. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you get 2 spirit tokens, and if that creature is a legend, they enter attacking. Buster Swords, whenever you deal combat damage to a player, draw a card and you may play a spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt. Then of the swords that give protection, we have Fire and Ice, Forge and Frontier. Although it can get a little tricky since some of our equipment are red, so we need to check so we don't double equip, or we want to equip. Since we have multiple creatures, we need to make sure the ones we equip with the swords are not going to be equipped with the other red equipment. So chainsaw or even improvised arsenal, which gives +1/+0 for each artifact and then can copy itself. Bladecore War Whip gives a discount to equip other artifacts, other equipment. And also for protection, we need to make sure we don't equip to the rebels, because Barret Avalanche Leader can equip for free one equipment at the beginning of combat during our turn. The rest is going to be your typical equipment cards: Stoneforge Mystic, Cloud, SRAM, and since we have a couple of enters triggers, including the Job Select and some of the 4 mirroring cards, might as well run Felia. And for a little discount, we get Sokka Swordmaster. This one gives equipment a discount for each ally, but we only have Sokka, so just one discount. But more importantly, it equips for free. So we have that, we have Barret, we have Bruenor Battlehammer, Bladecore War Whip, and to a lesser extent Armed Scavenger for discount/free equips. Finally, for some card draw, Sylvan Library, Visions of Phyrexia, since this one gives us Power Stone, which we can use for equipment or equip Chandra, maybe some Ether Spark, Nahiri, Fortune Fury. So that's the deck. Now let's head into the queue and Voltron against some opponents. So this one, these clouds, I felt it hasn't got that many upgrades. And also with the matchmaker, the current matchmaker, it's only okay as far as the opponents we get to see. But at least we get some less powered opponents, less powered commanders here and there, so we should definitely see some variety in our opponents. Okay, this one I'm not too happy to see, but let's see if we can beat them. So we take one mulligan against Azusa, and this is definitely not bad. Removing Azusa is not that great because they get the value right away. So maybe we keep Pacification for their big payoffs. Also, being on the play might help us. Let's play Armed Scavenger, and unfortunately, this is equip 1 red, which doesn't get a discount. One we have Andriel now. So let's play the knight and Raban. And I think we will play Andriel, equip to Raban. Also, our opponent is in green, so they might have ways to remove our stuff. Oracle of Moldaya is definitely too much when paired with Azusa. So let's send the Oracle to Ossification. Here. And I think we discard Leyline Axe. That's nice, a land. Because nothing to equip, so... And this one cost 1. Okay, Azusa comes down finally. And I guess they will Sylvan's Crying for a decent land. Yeah, they can return their familiar, which is annoying. Ooh, and they are going to... That's not gonna be good for us. Okay, so since we draw a land, I think we play Cloud, attack. We are going to draw 2 cards. Yeah, submit 0. They might want to blast on Unto. That kills Raban and Arm Scavenger. But at least the good news is they're not gonna return their familiar. And obviously we get to keep the equipment, so not the worst deal in the world. World Breaker. Ooh, they exile our planes to get their Oracle back. We play Shield of the Realm and Andrew. Yep, the shield saves Cloud, or it might go away here. Unless our opponent gets something with their finale. Yeah, getting 2 lands with the Oracle is bad for us. Okay, Asus has many journeys, their last card. What can we get with Stormforge? Either Spark, Buster Sword. Belt of Giant Strength is better when you get it early. I guess we can get the chainsaw to kill their Oracle. Then we equip Andril. Yeah, their wall breaker still dies. They can get it back, I guess. Oh, but Cloud dies as well. Hmm. I guess let's play Kemba and get Anturil. Yeah, that checks out. I think we need to get the arsenal and make a couple of copies of it. Only x equals 6. Ancient Green Warden. Right, we didn't get any copies of the arsenal. Now we're gonna lose it. So let's kill their Green Warden here. Right, and this was not colorless, so I don't know why I didn't give it protection with Mother. Sort of Autumn. Nisa who shakes the world.
Together we will prevail. Rise, my elemental friend.
Yes, let's play Chandra, exile the top.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Damage. We are kind of close to beating our opponent.
The land fights for us.
Block, block, block. Okay, rip apart is actually nice. We can take care of Nisa.
This'll be easy.
Flying here.
How rude! I can help you no longer.
This is only until the end of turn, so oh, greater hoof. Yep, and they got us. It was close though. Yeah, we could have blocked another 4, but it wouldn't be enough. GG's. And another horrible matchup for us, but maybe we can beat Katara. We will see. Mesawashite. We would keep it if we had some free equips, cheap equips. Okay, it seems like they have Spellsnare for Spike. Sure. Mystical Tutor. For protection, maybe? Venom Snare, so proliferate. Well, Pierce, sure. Guess we Chainsaw Katara and Sylvan Library. Okay, the library I think was good enough to beat them. Maybe they didn't see what they wanted with their frantic search, so either way we take a win against Katara. GG's. Yeah, we're not gonna play against the same opponent twice. Unfortunate, and one of the less fun parts about the new matchmaker, so maybe maybe do we want to play something for control, Grand Abolisher or Voice of Victory? Probably instead of Felia if we were to change. Actually, let's play the Tithe Taker, I think. Because of the afterlife and the tax, even though it's smaller. So yeah. Let's trick you. Kiruda. Yeah, let's try it. Library. So even though we don't have a way to stop our opponent plan, I think Frodo plus swords is decent enough. Also the library. Ornithopter of Paradise. Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, unfortunately opponent might beat us here. They will jump block, because I don't think they let us hit with the Buster Sword. Yep. Maybe Day of Judgment can save us. Oh. Hurting Broadlord. Are they going to storm off? Yes, they could. Right. Down in the lock. Yep, GG's. They got us. I don't know what we could have done differently for that opponent. Because Graveyard Hate doesn't work on them. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we are running it back against the Kiruda opponent. And again, they are on the play, so at least here we have a better start with an Axe, a Halfling, and Cloud plus Stormforge. We're going to take one of our bigger equipment here. Yeah, Anduril might be it. Maybe Fire and Ice. We equip the Fervent Champion. Not money gone. Yeah, belt or the hammer. Okay, sword on the champion. Strike. And it goes down all the way down to 8 life. They crack their Mindstone, probably to try to get some removal. Maybe a Wrath. Deluge X4 can work here. They play Crabomination. They get 2 lands from us. And they concede. GG's. Yeah, we drew even the not draw. Can Bounfitter to make this equip for only 1 mana. Either of these for 1 mana is just great. Essentially the belt is the hammer part 2. But this one gets a discount on the equip, so with this one making it 1, it would be free. So put it on the champion and it's GG's. Okay, is this going to be Kiruda again? Okay, it's not. Thank God. Thank you, magic gods. Actually, tough decision. I guess the halfling is the answer, so we can Sentinel plus Scavenger next. Okay. Let's go ahead and name human with Cavern. Do we want to play Ether Spark or Visions? Probably Ether Spark so we can get some ramp. Sorry, not the ramp, the buffing the Sentinel, I meant. Paradise Druid. Let's put another counter attack. We get a Power Stone. And we are going to be able to add 10 mana. Okay, yeah, opponent doesn't like that. So they keep us the win. They still had a chance in my opinion, but yeah, with the ultimate, I think we cast Cloud. Equip, maybe remove a couple of their creatures. I guess we can only remove 1. Yeah, who knows? They still had a chance. Maybe it depends on what we get with the Scavengers, so... Either way, GG's, we take it. Nine wins for the day. I guess 6 of them were in limited, so only 3 with Cloud so far. Not that impressive. Ralsarek. So I think our opponent might be in an advantage here. Okay, Dark Ritual into their commander. That's a lot. Guess we play Halfling. And next I think Mother plus Shadow Spear. So we don't have the original art for Shadow Spear, I think. We have this one and the... What's the other one? Morgul Knife from Lord of the Rings. Yep, and that's why we played that before Mother, so we have a better chance. It's not guaranteed. But we might keep her after all. Rakaban.
Choose your words carefully.
Leave 5 coins. Okay. We don't want them to have that. So we might chain lightning before it happens. Reap Researcher. Equip and I guess attack Brawl. If they minus to get their researcher back, okay. Then Brawl costs.
You really
Okay.
should take my advice.
It would cost 5 mana, which they almost have, so shouldn't be too bad for opponents. Here I think our best cards are going to be 2 lands. Ooh. Yeah, 1 land so we can harmonize and then another so we can cloud.
Opportunities are everywhere.
Yep, unfortunately here. Baby Cloud. Do we have a 1 mana equipment? We do. It's the hammer. Okay, they have removal for Cloud. Oof.
You really should.
So again, it's land or bust for us. Guess it might be bust after all. Let's equip here. Teacher Supplier.
Opportunities are everywhere.
Alright, land and another land. Yep. So we do have a chance after all. I guess, yeah, never mind. Thought it was 1 away. Unfortunate here.
Don't come back.
They get 3 extra turns, so yep, GG's. Rhymes. Okay, at least we have ramp. But we are missing this one equipment. Ruinor for Fury equips is really good though. We don't want more lands. Force of Will on Delighted Happening. Okay, so they probably have a bunch of counter spells. This. And I guess it's time for their commander. Of negation. Yeah, no equipment is very rough. We need one that equips for cheap or free even. Yorion from opponent. Okay. Let's see what we draw. But I think it might be time to concede here. Fire and ice. Damage to Yorion. I guess opponent has a card that's gonna win them the game, so. Where is it, opponent? A couple of shrines. Noble Hierarch. One extra turn. Yeah, they have a blink. Oh, let's concede here. GG's. Marwin, can we beat the elves? Maybe. So here if we play Ragavan, they play Marwin. We either trade or we have enough mana for Rebel Salvo. Yep, let's do that. And then we can Nettle Cyst. Roaming Throne from opponent. So they are going to go very wide here. And obviously have a bunch of mana. So unfortunate for us. Yeah, they have 10 mana with Marwin in just one turn. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, they're going to be throwing. Okay, they didn't draw cards. Ah, right, because it's not an elf. Right there. Okay, that's enough torpedoes. Let's block here. If we get our wrath or if we are doomed. Kind of. Except not that much. Yeah, this is the lesser wrath, so maybe we should trade this for Wrath of God actually. Maybe. Yeah, the matchmaker is definitely not being kind to us. At least here we have removal for enchantment, which honestly might be better than removal for their commander. But I'm not sure we're going to enjoy this match at all. Okay, let's play Keeper of Runes. Sterling Grove. Now I think we play the Arsenal plus Rip Apart on the Grove. Yikes, we didn't do that, so Let's attack with Frodo, get the arsenal on Frodo. Okay, let's try to destroy the grove here. If they let it get lost. Okay, they do. Right, we only had one white mana, unfortunately. We draw a card. Okay, sure. Frodo had the damage prevented during our turn, so at least that was nice. They replay their commander. Fondant of Infinite Rage. Yeah, that's horrible for us. Rebel Salvo. Protection from green. I think we chainsaw onto Hey Bye. They blink it. Yep, that's unfortunate. That probably means we concede here. Yep, GG's. I mean, they don't get the damage, but they are drawing 4, adding 4 mana. Just too much to come back from. I guess one thing we could do is try to play more damage-based Wrath and maybe some mass enchantment removal. Something like Helios intervention, that could work. All right. Can snip miss it. We can maybe try to go for an early win. Hit the belt and Frodo. But yeah, Nip Miss It Reborn is LQ adjacent, so going to be a tough matchup for us. That's right, Shaman from opponent. They take it, so let's surveil here. Lightning bolt. Yeah, we already had a land in the graveyard, so I guess we had to, so it didn't matter if we didn't go for that. They had something for their shaman either way. Drop decay to destroy the ballot. And they also have removal for Frodo. That would hurt. Not quite. So let's play the arsenal, attack, and remove Death Right. Yeah, here we need a sword that's gonna give us protection, or we are going to lose. Oh, they didn't play Nib Miss It. A little unexpected. And Red's Rampage. Leyline Axe is not what we wanted. We wanted another land. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting paired against Nib Miss It here. Shouldn't be happening, in my opinion. Yep, they grow to Spiral. We equip the axe. And we leave our opponent at 4 life, 5 life. Yeah, that's not enough for our bolt. Which is the real shame here. Goldsmere. They gain life. Yep, they counter that. So, GG's. Maybe let's try to get in another final game, hopefully to end it on a good note. Develop heart. Okay, yep, definitely not happy with this matchmaker. So let's wrap up the recording for the video, and we're going to try a better commander to get some wins, because it has been rough here for Cloud. And that's gonna be it for today. As you can tell, the matchmaker is definitely in a horrible place for a commander like Cloud. We shouldn't be paired. Maybe there's a chance. I mean, we can, if we were to give our to to give Wizards the benefit of the doubt. We could say that there aren't that many players, but we are finding matches somewhat quickly. And the only problem is that we get paired against opponents way above our punching class, weight class. Yeah, Cloud shouldn't be getting that much Heibai, that much Katara. And we even got Nibiset Reborn, which is pretty much a Hellq commander, so I don't know why. I don't think it's fair, I don't think it should be happening. But it is the reality of the matchmaker today, so hopefully Wizards improve on that. They say they want to, but this last update on the matchmaker was supposed to be better. Was supposed to be an improvement, but it seems like for a deck like this one, it's still the trenches out there, so if you want to play some equipment, be wary of that. Probably Baby Cloud is better, since you have more flexibility in that you get a tutor on the command zone. But yeah, I don't recommend Cloud X Soldier here for this current matchmaker. So anyways, thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. So with that out of the way, let's get some wins, I guess. Yep, let's get Iroh. I've been enjoying Iroh lately, and I think I definitely have the urge to play it in paper, so let's see how that works, if it works out. It's probably going to be a kind of Yankee bracket 4, because it does have mass land denial, and since that already makes it bracket 4, which I wanted to... I mean, the mass land denial is Blood Moon and Ruination, because I wanted to get a budget mana base. So once that became a Blood Moon deck, Ruination deck, then it was already bracket 4, so might as well just throw in the extra turns stuff, because you can record extra turns with that deck. So yeah, that's kind of the version I wanted to build of that in paper, of this deck, but in paper. So and here we are getting basics, because one of our most powerful cards is Virtue of Strength. I was going to say one of our strongest cards, but I didn't want to repeat the strength part. Okay, opponent. I don't know what's the deal with our opponent here. Yeah, I guess it's a free win. So let's take it. Go, crack that, play Jace, and I don't know what our opponent had, what they decided to rage quit, or maybe they just lost their internet. If we want to be charitable to them. Oh, Tamillo. Is Tamillo actually good in paper? I don't think so. Yeah, 5 loyalty might be too little. against multiple opponents. And obviously out of this hand, the cards that we would keep in paper are the Lessons, Forairo and Cultivate. Maybe we remove Vital Quencher. There are a couple of lessons in the other thing from Avatar Eternal. Yeah, let's take this win. I don't know why they are not giving us the win already. But then it's clearly not in the game, in the server.
Become subdued.
Let's see, well, Bounty of the Deep is not a card at all, same thing with Architect. So yeah, the loot is actually decent in paper. Going for 4 to possibly 10 mana with 4 instants and sorceries is a decent place to be, and obviously Growth Spiral. You can't complain about Growth Spiral. Also, speaking of paper versus arena, Arcane Denial is Arcane Denial playable? Maybe. Yeah, because you do have the free spells and they are card disadvantage. So Arcane Denial, I guess it's you keep your opponent a +1. Katara. If they run Katara, Torto, we might be happy with that since we can lash. Otherwise, we play Growth Spiral during their turn. Okay, let's Growth Spiral. Oh, unfortunate timing, they get more speed. So I think we start with Renan 6. Okay, the Evening Storm. Guess they are trying to find a free counter. Sword Ulti, Force of Negation, Force of Will. This doesn't do it here. Let's slash Katara. Okay, they don't have the next land, so King Signet, Island Cycling, Glorian Rebuild. Let's play Jace. Draw a card. Sure, this ain't full stroke, so Kaito Cunning Infiltrator.
You better give me a challenge. Found a way in.
Yes, here we play Abandon Attachments. Discarding Octopus form. Let's play the loot here. Okay. Land back. I think we might draw from the loot next turn. Serum Snare. Okay. Shouldn't they have bounce our Renan 6? They go for Katana. Let's accumulate wisdom. Okay, apprentice. And that's good enough. Yeah, I think... I mean, opponent didn't know, but we had a handful of lands. But at least that's gonna help us draw with the loot. So, GG's. Okay, no red mana, but that card. Ooh. Okay. So I think we go for Ren first. Then the Architect. And hopefully we get to draw cards from the library. Elvish Mystic. That is a rent target, if I've ever seen one. Okay, Signet. And we get removal for HK. So it is all coming together. Sarkhan's on ceiling. More damage to any target, so Ren is probably going to die. Okay, so at least we can kill that with the lash. Let's accumulate wisdom. Turn the unsealing to our opponent's hand. Dragon Hook. Now we can regrowth with the Emeritus, but is that worth anything? Is Marry Charm or Accumulate Wisdom? Maybe. Opponent plays the Great Change. Corrupts Uprising. So let's draw with library, draw with loot. Can we do everything we want? Not really. Mind into matter, x equals 4, I think. One of why did I didn't mean to do that. Force of will. Okay, sure. Oh, they are going to get maybe a couple of cards here. Competing Carnosaur. Draw 2. Get a Discover trigger. Uro. Draw 2. We have 3 more mana. What do we have? Okay, they attack. We trade for Dragonhawk. Mind into matter, x equals 3. No, x equals 6. Force of will, you say? Oh, we have a couple counter spells. And Cyclonic Rift. Act of negation. Wash away. Sure, I guess we force of will on Ishki. Then there. Sure. Keenan from opponent. Let's bound their grips. They might beat us, unfortunately. Canson ceiling, and their last spell, but celebrant. Yep, GG's. Propelos. Guess we will send away Mythical Tutor. Okay, let's Iros demonstration and damage to each creature. We bounce their visionary and we can cyclonic something. First we borrow where to get card from their Salvada. Rofellos is back. So I guess they have a turn to go off, which they might. Ooh, Defiler of Vigor. Yes, we can go combat, attack, not firebending mana. Cyclonic Rift. We cannot overlord from the graveyards. It's here, let's play you. For damage to Rofellos. And yeah, I think if they have another land, they can just play Defiler and then a couple of other creatures. They go for Rofellos instead. They realize they are close to losing here. Okay, let me just safekeeping. This growth spiral, we get 2 of them. And I guess this is lethal. We can metal bending, counter, and that's GG's. Okay, I do like Force of Will against Ang. So maybe we keep just for that and Renan 6. Opponent has gemmed some caverns. Witherwing Nuisance. Okay, they concede to Renan 6. Yeah, we kill the Nuisance. And then we are going to get the land over and over. So, GG's. That was a fast one. Yeah, and you can see the difference between playing Pyro against versus playing Cloud. Yeah, I don't know why Cloud got paired against better decks. Clearly we are seeing there are some we can go against in the queues, so Victorious. I guess all of these draw cards, so we might get decent mileage share of exploration. Actually, let's get a basic. This, yeah, let's keep this. One has Ghost Vacuum, Talisman of Conviction. Ooh. We missed a land drop, but again, we can get it back at some point in the future. Monument to Endurance. Here we get you on the field. You go to the yard. And I guess we can naturalize the monument. Okay. Yep, the mana difference definitely was in our favor. GG's. And we saw already, yeah, there is definitely a difference in the matchmaker for some reason. Pelos again. Yep, let's stay here. Mouse Bone Fighter. Unfortunate there. And it seems they have a fetch land for their Hydra. Yep, GG's. They are going to beat us. We needed that land. We didn't know we had Road Spiral after it, but it happens. And Wreath. Okay, this is not ideal, but maybe the lesson can help us. Yeah, okay, this deck is Ido, Grand Lotus. I think I have can post here. Ahí está. Okay, they take Renan 6. Ipsiman. And let's see what they have. Tap land. Yeah, so let's lesson here. I think we will discard Flame Slash. We might use the Lash to this Force of Will, I think. Grim Tourer. Probably a reanimation spell. I had to guess. So we have our Ancestral Recall, which means we don't mind using Force of Will. Okay, Swan Song. Then they draw 8. And I guess our spell is what we need. It should be the same name. Actually, okay, it's not. It's DICDU, that's my username of Moxfield. Maybe if I put it in the description instead. Okay, Okay, let's bounce that guy. Ooh, and we have the capstone. Okay, okay, you were able to do it. Cool, cool, cool. And yeah, previously we were playing a Cloud deck, Cloud X-Soldier, but the matchmaker is just terrible for it, so we got paired against a bunch of Kataras, a bunch of the Shrines deck, the Shrine Panda, and yeah, it was not a good time. Here, let's go for the capstone, I think. Clonic, expressive. Let's see if we get something in our hand. Not really. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play, but we were playing against K-Buy, and that part is not as fun. Especially because we get, I guess we were like 3 or 4 times against it, so yeah. A little not fun. Here, okay, opponent is doing some ramp. Leyline binding. Seek, accumulate wisdom. All right. Time warp. Yeah, Mathematics needs a lot more mana, and because of their Leyline binding, they can't stop us. Okay, that actually might win us the game, I think. Yeah, we can bolt and use Iroh as a Snapcaster Mage. Right, and another extractor. But yeah. Bolt. Iroh and bolt. And I think opponent is getting angry. Okay. And in paper, the light bulb, it was one of the cards I changed for. Well, I said it's bracket 4, so it's Blood Moon and or the Ruination that destroys all non-basic lands. So GG's can read, I guess. I guess let's play one more. We've been live for 3 and almost a half hours, so maybe this should be the last one. And again, this is going to be hopefully a regular occurrence. I think at least 3 times, maybe 5 a week. But again, I'm going to see how well things do, especially because we played limited instead of Brawl for the first part. So yeah, we need to figure out how this is going to, how the channel is going to be moving forward. What time is it? It's 11 AM. So yeah, I guess I started at 8 AM. A little early. Okay, and here, I guess we needed green mana. The beanstalk. Yeah, that was my bad. Still Explorer. I mean, we're still not drawing lands, so unfortunate. Guess we attack and lash the Jin if they block with it. Okay, Force of Negation. Yeah. This land disadvantage, mana disadvantage is doing pretty much the work against us, so let's send it here. And yeah, so that's going to be the end of the stream today. Thank you for watching. And I guess I'm sorry you came out really at the end, but like I said, the time slot that we're going to be playing at, streaming at, it's not fixed yet, so I guess we will find out. And I guess also no promises, but maybe we also stream later at night, or maybe late afternoon, 5-ish, 6-ish, 6 PM, so 7 hours from now, maybe. It's all to find out how, well, first, how well I can manage to do all of that. And secondly, how well things do, how well other people do, and how many views we get, how many chatters we get, all of that. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I guess I'll see you maybe later, but definitely on the next one. You.